because there were some elections recently that didn't go great if you don't like the far right, like we don't. And I just want to report a little bit of the results there. So first, I want to talk about two, mainly the state elections of Bavaria and the state elections of Bremen. So in Bavaria, the AfD, the Alternative for Deutschland, has gained around 5 points in the Bavarian parliament. They've gone from 22 seats to 32 seats, which just sucks because that means they're growing. They are now larger than the Green Party, which was the second largest party in the state.
Wow.
They've now beaten the Green Party.
Yeah, the Green Party and the Social Democratic Party both lost seats.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. The AfD, the FDP, the Free Democratic Party, they lost all their seats. They got totally wiped out. Yeah. They're a neoliberal classical economics party, and they got totally wiped. So Bavaria has just gone a very, very rightward trend here, which is really crazy. So then you look at Bremen, and over in Bremen, the CDU, the center right, gained 12 seats, and then the AfD gained 9. And the Greens, the left, the SPD, the FDP, they all lost seats. The only ones who are gaining are the center right and the far right. And the far right gained a lot. The far right became the second largest party in the state of Bremen. This is going from the fourth largest party to the second largest party in one election, which is really, they have momentum here.
Yeah.
And this also comes with them polling second in national polling, second to the CDU. And there's a lot of reaction to this. The co-leader of the AfD, her name is Alice Weidel. She said that the results showed that the party had a right to participate in government, and any further exclusion and discrimination would show an undemocratic disregard for voters. So we talked about a couple weeks ago how the firewall was breaking between the CDU and the AfD, and the CDU was working with the AfD for local policy goals. Well, now the AfD is demanding that the CDU don't just work with them locally. They want them to work with them statewide, and they want them to be involved in government. She added that the AfD is no longer a protest party. And if the party comes second in the 2025 elections, which polling currently suggests they will easily take the lead to claim right to be in the government of the part of the country. Unbelievable results from Germany.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
it's so fast.
It's so fast. I feel like this has really been rising for like only 3 years. Because I feel like 4 years ago, AfD was a joke.
Yeah. Well, what I'm seeing, even just with a quick overview, is they're seizing on anti-immigration rhetoric. And that is especially ramped up, and it's become more prominent issue for people because of all the Ukrainian refugees that have been forced into Germany.
And we had German elections 3 years ago when Olaf Scholz became prime minister there, and the SPD gained a lot, the FDP gained a lot, the Greens gained a lot, the CDU dropped a lot, the Alternative for Deutschland lost a lot of support in the most recent German federal elections. And it looks like it's about to be a huge reversal. And that's just really, really scary. And now, why is it so scary? Why am I so scared of the AfD? Well, here's why. An AfD lawmaker has been arrested for having Nazi symbols. Daniel Halemba, he's 22 years old, the youngest member of Bavarian parliament, actually. 22 years old, Daniel Halemba, AfD lawmaker. He was a part of an organization called the Teutonia Prague Student Fraternity. So Teutonia, for anyone who doesn't know, is a reference to the Teutonic Order, which was a crusading knights group, which led a crusade into modern-day Lithuania, killed a bunch of pagans, and then kind of brought about the German warrior culture that we think about today.
Huh.
So when you say the Teutonia Prague society.
Yeah.
That's kind of what they're referencing. They're referencing the Teutonic Order, the Teutonic League.
Wow.
Which is some hardcore stuff.
Yeah.
I've been reading a lot about immigration and past racist eugenics language of the 19th century. And they all reference the Teutonic Order and the Teutonic Knights as the pinnacle of human beings and human species.
Wow.
So for this guy to be a part of the Teutonia Prague student fraternity, it says a lot. So he's under investigation on suspicion of incitement and using symbols of unconstitutional organization. Forbidden symbols were discovered at his fraternity, and neighbors have been complaining about calls of Sieg Heil coming from the building. Obviously, the lawmaker has denied all the allegations, but he has been arrested. So we'll see how that plays out. But thank God Germany has these laws to protect themselves from unconstitutional organizations.
Yeah.
You know, so this stuff can't fly.
We'll see how long.
Right, we'll see how long those last. The second the CDU realizes they'll need the AfD to keep power, maybe they'll change their mind.
Exactly.
You better not. You better not, CDU. Don't fucking do it again. How many times we got to teach you this lesson?
Yeah, probably too many times before it happens. I don't know. This seems like a runaway train right now.
It does, right?
Yeah.
And so with the next election coming around, it puts a lot of things up for grabs. It makes the future of NATO very iffy because AfD is very, very anti-NATO. Puts the future of the EU up in the air because AfD is very, very anti-EU.
Yeah.
It puts the future of gay rights, of women's rights up in the air. It puts up in the air the entire German welfare state apparatus. That goes up in the air too because they're fairly libertarian with their economics. What also sucks is that members of German parliaments have immunity. So he needs to be convicted fast.
Yeah.
Because the immunity doesn't begin until the first meeting of the new Bavarian parliament, which isn't for a couple weeks.
Holy cow. This shit is intense.
Otherwise, he'll just be a Nazi in Bavaria, you know, and he'll be going home and screaming Sieg Heil.
Yeah.
So all you guys in our YouTube comments and our Instagram comments, how much more do you need from us to say or show you that the AfD is a Nazi organization? You have your members screaming Sieg Heil in fraternity houses.
See, I don't even know if the people in our comments disagree.
That's scary for me. You don't think maybe they just are Nazis?
Yeah. Well, I think you said in one of our podcasts a while ago that like the new Nazis are gonna come with hearts and rainbows. Right. This is almost a version of that to me. It's like they're not going to come out and say they're Nazis. They're just going to keep pushing and pushing and saying they're not Nazis until you realize that you're one of them.
Yeah. Oh, man. That's good, dude. Jesus Christ, that's scary as hell.
Yeah, I hope not.